Hi, Dave Sobel here, host of the Business of Tech podcast. I'm at the Acronis CyberFit Summit here in Miami, talking with Jerry Kutavas from the ASCII Group. Jerry, security is all the rage, and you spend a lot of time talking to members. But one of the interesting things about what ASCII does is offer insurance as an option. This is an area where there's a lot going on. What's happening in the insurance front for managed services providers?
Yeah, it's the Wild West right now, Dave. So essentially what we're seeing is the insurance carriers were hopping in this market saying, wow, this is such a great area. Let's go grab the market share, get this business. And now they're seeing that there was too much risk with all of the breaches that are taking place. So MSPs now are having to look at either policies being canceled or huge increases with their rates, and it's a big issue in our industry right now. It's just something that we're going to be dealing with for several years.
And one of the interesting things to approach this, of course, is start putting together a list of criteria. Are you seeing it more from the MSPs or from the insurance companies right now?
Sadly, it's the insurance companies, and this is where we can get misaligned because we are closer to the problem than the insurance companies. So right now, sort of as a Band-Aid, the insurance companies are saying, okay, let's just see if the MSP are doing these protocols to get them the policy. However, some of this stuff really is not needed, some of it's overblown, and then there's no real validation for, if I'm an MSP and I can say, oh, I'm doing all this stuff, two-factor and everything else, but nobody's really checking to see if it's actually in place. So it's a very interesting thing right now, and if you're an MSP right now, you've got to make sure that you're doing right by your business, right by your clients, and work with the insurance companies to make sure you can get your policy, because it's interesting times.
Are MSPs finding that they're able to work with an insurance company if they're able to show proof of validation, or like they're getting better negotiations? Are they able to perform better?
Well, let's just say this. So it depends on the carrier. For right now, MSPs, if you're jumping in this space, if you're an MSP and you don't have insurance, you shouldn't be in doing business right now as an MSP. But if you're going after and making sure you got a policy, you got to make sure that all the protocols are in place. It is going to better our industry because it's going to force MSPs to say, okay, well, maybe I don't have my house in order. I got to get my house in order. But, I think some companies right now are not even insuring. If you're even associated with certain companies, they're not even giving you a policy. So it's just really, it's the Wild West, like I was saying before.
Well, obviously, the reason we like these difficult problems is because there's opportunity in difficult problems. What's the buzz then in the ASCII community right now about where this is all going?
Okay, so our take is this. We want a seat with the insurance company. So what we're doing right now is we formed a security committee that is looking at sort of the problem that we have in our industry. And the point of us having this committee is that we want a voice that we can actually share with the insurance community. So there's a coalition actually of insurance executives that focus on cyber. We're talking to them, and so what we want to do is say, okay, listen, if you're going to be requiring certain things, certain criteria, we want to sort of validate your thinking against what we see as an industry. So those conversations are actually taking place. It's been very productive, but the end goal for us is to figure out a way for our members to at least get a discount if they apply certain criteria based on how the insurance industry is looking at things, and also based on our view and our input.
So essentially it'll be an idea for members can come forth and say, these are the things that we've done, we can validate that, and thus have a better way of engaging the insurance company.
Correct, because the insurance companies do not have a way to validate. So we think that there is mechanism for us to validate our members in terms of what they're doing from a business perspective, from a cybersecurity perspective. So if we can actually bridge the gap with the insurance companies, then there's a win there. That path is not there right now. We think we can build it.
So interesting times. So this is something that the ASCII membership is directly working on. How do people learn a little bit more if they want to get involved?
Sure, they can go to ASCII.com. They can talk to our team. We got a great network of MSPs all over North America.
Thanks for joining me, Jerry. This has been great help.
Thanks, Dave.